Hello, friends. If you're having a problem bringing up your application that is running on a virtual machine on an instance, a probable cause of that might be that the disk that was created alongside with your virtual machine does not have sufficient space to be able to hold the data from your application. So what we're going to do is that um, we are going to create another disk, right? And with a, maybe bigger storage size and attach it to the virtual machine. So let's get into it. So the first thing I want to do is that I'm going to create a virtual machine, and I will show you that once you create a virtual machine, it comes automatically with a disk, right? So let me come to compute engine, then create instance. So I'm just going to give the name app production. Then I'm going to leave this region, US Central 1. For the zone, I'm going to choose US Central 1A. And then for the size, I'll change the size to E2 micro, the machine type. So I'm going to leave that, and then I'm just going to create. So that will take some, few seconds to create. So the virtual machine has been created. This is it. So now if I click inside the virtual machine, if I just come down, you will see storage, you see boot disk. So also a disk was created alongside with the virtual machine. And the disk name is the same as the name of the virtual machine. So in fact, if you come down here to storage, if you look at disk, if we click on disk, you will see this is the disk. And if you look at it in use, the disk is currently in use by the virtual machine. So now what we're going to do is that we are going to create another disk, right? So let me click on create disk. I'll just put a new for the name, new app prod disk. And then you can give the description. So now, one thing we need to note is that when you want to create a disk and you want to attach it to a virtual machine, you have to create it in the same region and zone as in the same region and zone the virtual machine was created. So our virtual machine was created in US Central 1 and the zone was US Central 1A. So I'm going to leave that. So for the disk setting, I'm going to choose SSD for high performance. And then the size can just, put 20 gig. The one that was created alongside with the virtual machine was 10 gig. So for this one, I just want to increase it a little bit. And then I'm going to disable snapshot schedule, and I'm just going to create. So why that is being created, so it's currently being created. So we are going to see that this one, you see that is currently attached to the virtual machine. This new one that we are creating, it will not be attached to anything. You will see that. So it will not be attached to anything. So let me reload. So this is it now, right? So it has been created. Now, if you look here in use, it's currently not in use. It's currently not attached to any virtual machine. So what we're going to do is that we are going to attach it to a virtual machine. We're going to attach it to a virtual machine. So let me come back to the virtual machine that I want to attach it to. I'll click inside and I'll click on edit, right? Then I'll come to disk. So additional disk, right? So I'll click on attach existing disk. I'll just click on that. Then if you click on this, now the new disk that was created, came out here. So I'll click on that. And then I'm just going to leave this keep disk after the instance have been deleted. So I can decide to choose delete this. So once I delete, if I choose delete disk, this option, once I delete the instance, the disk will be deleted as well, but I'm just going to leave it as keep disk. And then I'll just click on save. Then down here, I'll click on save. Okay. So once it is saved, then we are going to see that once inside this instance, we are going to see two disks, attached to it. So now let's come down. This is the instance, right? So if you come back to storage, right? This is the boot disk, the one that was created alongside. Then this is the additional disk, the local disk, which is this. And now, um, which is so it's attached to the instance. In fact, let's come back to disk to check. Let's come back to this to check. So, so now, if you look now, in use is currently attached, is currently in use by this instance, right? App prod. So that's just it. So that way your application have more storage capacity, right? So I hope this helps. Thank you.